The first type of ratios that we are going to discuss are liquidity ratios. Liquidity is the ability of a business to pay off its short-term debts. We come across at least two different types of ratios when we are talking about liquidity ratios. The first one is current ratio. Current ratio is sometimes also called working capital ratio. Current ratio is the ability of a business, it depicts the ability of a business to pay off its short-term debts within a period of next 1 year. It is calculated by dividing current liabilities with current assets. So current ratio is equal to current assets over current liabilities. Normally the answer, if it is falling between 1.5 and 2, it is supposedly a good answer, the optimum answer. If it is less than 1.5, it means that the business is going to struggle in terms of paying off its debts and to run its operations. If it is more than 2, it means that the opportunity cost of holding extra assets, extra current assets is going to be there. So, it has to fall, the answer has to fall between 1.5 and 2. There's no hard and fast rule regarding that. Basically, when we are talking about the current ratio, and the value, yes, the optimum value is between 1.5 and 2. That's a general rule of thumb. But when we are talking about different types of organizations or different industries, this is a ratio whose values can fluctuate a little bit. So for example, if we are talking about an industry where the flow of cash is very quick, then we can actually accept a lower value than 1.5. A value which is low, which is between 1.5 and 2 is optimum. But if the cash flow is quick, if the cash flow cycle is small, then a lower value is also acceptable. The second liquidity ratio is what you call as a quick ratio, sometimes also called an acid test ratio, ACID, acid test ratio, or sometimes it is also called a liquid ratio. Now, for calculating liquid ratio, we are going to have the formula, which is quick ratio or acid test ratio or liquid ratio is equal to liquid assets over current liabilities. Now, how do we know about liquid assets? Liquid assets are the assets which are convertible into cash within the next 6 months. So this ratio is going to tell us about the ability of business to pay off its short-term debts in the period of next 6 months. So the value, ideally the value has to fall between 1 and 1.25. Again, depending upon the nature of industry, if the cash flow cycle is small, if the flow of cash is quick, then we can accept lower value than 1 as well. So that is what it is. How do we calculate liquid assets? The liquid assets are going to be calculated. Liquid assets are equal to current assets minus inventory, because sometimes inventory can take more than 6 months to get disposed. That is why inventory is not included in liquid assets. So current assets minus closing inventory is how you get liquid assets. Thank you very much.